Spirit's Book, The Three Reigns, Part 2, Nature, Evolution and Distinctions of Animal Souls. We're delighted to have you here at UR Spirituality, our YouTube channel devoted to offering insightful content on spirituality. This is video 52 of the series dedicated to exploring and understanding the Spirit's Book, a must-read for anyone interested in spirituality and spiritual growth. The Spirit's Book, published by Allan Kardec in 1857, explores the afterlife and the nature of spirits through conversations with benevolent spirits via mediums. It is structured as a Q&A with 1019 questions answered. In this episode, we continue the review of the chapter, The Three Reigns. This chapter primarily aims to discuss the classification of the natural world into three main categories: the mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdoms. This classification helps in understanding the diverse forms of life on Earth and the various degrees of advancement present in the different orders of creation. The chapter delves into the characteristics and distinctions of these three kingdoms, highlighting their fundamental differences and interactions. It seeks to elucidate the progression in the order of creation, acknowledging the presence of intelligence and organization within these realms, albeit in different forms and levels of complexity. The purpose is to draw attention to the diverse manifestations of life and intelligence in nature, providing insights into the harmonious workings of the universe and the connectedness between different forms of existence. Today, we will cover questions 597 to 605 in this chapter, which explores the limitations of animal souls compared to human souls, stressing their lack of free will and self-consciousness. It discusses the destiny of animal souls after death, highlighting their rapid categorization and utilization by spirits. It also addresses the hierarchical progress of animals and the intricacies of God's design. It dismisses the idea of humans having two souls, emphasizing duality in human nature and the evolution of spirits toward spiritual destiny, liberated from material influence. The unity of the intelligent principle in humans and animals is acknowledged, with human intelligence undergoing elaboration, distinguishing it from animal intelligence. Let's get started. The natural world can be categorized from both a material and a moral or spiritual perspective. In material terms, it's divided into inorganic and organic beings. From a moral standpoint, there are four distinct degrees: inert matter, minerals, plants, animals, and humans. Humans, with unique and limitless intelligence, stand out due to their awareness of the future, understanding of immaterial aspects, and knowledge of God. Plants, made of inert matter, lack consciousness and thoughts. Their movements are mechanical, driven by a force independent of their will. Animals, while displaying instinctive intelligence, focus on practical matters for self-preservation. Although some animals exhibit actions guided by will, their intellectual development is limited and often influenced by external forces. Animals communicate instinctively, limited by their needs, much like humans use non-verbal cues. While animals have a degree of free will, it's constrained by their material needs and lacks the moral responsibility found in humans. Animals possess a certain level of intelligence, granting them a degree of freedom in their actions. Within them, there exists a principle independent of matter, which continues to exist after their physical body perishes. You might call this principle a soul, but it is important to note that it is inferior to the human soul. The distinction between the soul of animals and that of humans is as vast as the difference between the human soul and God. Regarding the fate of the animal soul after death, it retains its individuality but loses the consciousness of self, particularly the awareness of me. The intelligence that once animated them remains in a latent state. The soul of animals lacks free will when it comes to choosing the kind of animal in which it will incarnate. After the physical body's death, the animal soul does enter a state akin to errancy, since it's no longer tied to a body, but it is not an errant spirit in the same sense as humans. Errant spirits are those who think and act of their own free will, while the soul of an animal lacks this same degree of self-consciousness. After death, the soul of the animal is categorized by spirits assigned to this task and is rapidly put to use. It doesn't have the opportunity to engage with other beings in the same manner as errant spirits do. Animals do indeed follow a law of progress, akin to human advancement. In more advanced worlds where humans have made more progress, Animals are also more developed and possess improved means of communication. However, they always remain inferior to humans and are under their authority, serving as intelligent helpers. This notion is not far-fetched. Consider our highly intelligent animals like dogs, elephants, and horses. If they had a physical structure suitable for manual labor, imagine what they could accomplish under human guidance. Animal progress occurs not through their will, as it does in humans, but rather through the natural course of events. This is why there is no concept of expiation for animals, as they do not possess free will in the same sense as humans. In the more advanced realms, animals do not have a direct knowledge of God. Instead, humans are like gods to them, much as spirits were once divine figures for humanity. The apparent perpetual inferiority of animals, even the more advanced ones in higher realms, to humans might seem like a creation where intellectual beings are destined to remain subordinate. Such a setup appears to conflict with the unity of design and progress seen in all of God's creations. However, nature is interconnected in intricate ways that our current intellect cannot fully grasp. Even seemingly dissimilar elements have points of connection, which may elude human understanding. Only when human intelligence reaches its full potential and transcends the limitations of pride and ignorance will we clearly perceive God's work. Until then, our narrow thinking often leads to a limited perspective. It's important to understand that God's design does not contradict itself. Nature is harmonized by unchanging general laws, reflecting the profound wisdom of the Creator. Intelligence serves as a common ground, a point of connection between the souls of animals and humans. Yet, animals possess only the intelligence of material existence, while in humans, intelligence extends to moral and spiritual aspects of life. When considering the points of connection between humans and animals, it might appear as if humans possess two souls, an animal soul and a spiritual soul. Without the spiritual soul, humans might exist but would function as mere animals. In other words, animals are like humans but lack the spiritual soul. This might suggest that the good and bad instincts in humans result from the dominance of one of these two souls. However, humans do not have two souls. Humans have a dual nature comprising the animal nature and the spiritual nature. The body, through its sensations and instincts, connects humans to the animal world. The soul, on the other hand, aligns humans with the spiritual realm. In essence, humans have one soul that distinguishes them from animals, as the souls of animals and humans are distinct. The spirit, when incarnated in a human body, brings the intellectual and moral principles that elevate humans above animals. The duality of human nature gives rise to two sets of passions, those stemming from the instincts of the animal nature and those influenced by the impurities of the incarnated spirit, which are often in harmony with base animal desires. As spirits evolve and purify themselves, they gradually break free from the influence of matter. While under this influence, they tend to resemble animals, but as they liberate themselves from it, they ascend toward their true spiritual destiny. The intelligent principle that forms the specific kind of soul animals possess derives from the universal intelligent element. Therefore, the intelligence found in both humans and animals emanates from the same fundamental source. However, there is a significant distinction. In humans, this intelligence has undergone an elaboration and development that elevates it above the intelligence present in animals. In conclusion, the teachings from the Spirit's book invite us to recognize the beauty and harmony in the diverse tapestry of creation. While highlighting the distinctions between humans and animals, this section of the Spirit's book encourages us to appreciate the interconnected intelligence that binds all living beings. It invites a profound respect for the dual nature of humanity, acknowledging both our animal instincts and the divine spark that elevates us. It also suggests that our journey is not one of superiority but of responsibility, with the potential for continuous spiritual evolution. Embracing the wisdom embedded in God's design, we are inspired to approach our existence with humility, compassion, and a deep sense of interconnectedness. As we strive to understand the profound unity in diversity, the teachings guide us toward a path of enlightenment, emphasizing that our true spiritual destiny unfolds as we transcend the limitations of material influence and progress toward the higher realms of consciousness. And this concludes our review of the section Nature, Evolution and Distinctions of Animal Souls as presented in the Spirit's book. Thank you for joining us. We hope this overview sparked your interest and encouraged you to explore more about spirituality. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment and hit the notification bell for updates. In our next video we will continue to review the Three Rains chapter of the Spirit's book. See you again soon.